Hey peoples, Karina here. I'm back with the second video of the day. Dude, I checked to make sure everything was up to par. When the messages get good and gon' start shedding light on some shit that's gonna help folks, motherfuckers don't want to upload. And the people who did the shit don't want to be exposed. I'm not with that going around watching people's YouTube shit to be like, oh, because it don't resonate with me, I wanna try to do something to devalue this person. Okay, nice try, shit ain't gonna work. Second video still getting out. I don't make videos that don't touch me personally. Okay, when you catch covert narcissism in the act, don't you try to explain that shit away to yourself. Because like I said in the past videos, Think Like a Snake Part 1, 2, and 3. And also the video When They Know That You Know. A lot of y'all get it twisted. When you come out of a religious mindset and you're not all the way out of that shit, you think somehow smiling and showering sweet words on somebody is going to stop them from seeing your true intentions. May I tell you that it's not. Some people don't get it. Some people really don't get it. Never try to make friends with somebody that can see your fuck shit and call you on it. Because you've been able to gaslight other people into believing that you are this sweet individual, which is the reason you decide to say, I have an image to uphold and I can't show people certain sides of me. You can show people your personality, your real personality, without going into details about your life. Okay? And they do this for a reason. Even though I'll show you my real fucking personality, doesn't mean I'm going to share each and every intimate detail of my life with a person. There's a difference. Being secretive about certain aspects of your life versus hiding your real personality. A lot of times people, they don't understand. They don't. Some people will keep you in their life because they are scared to be alone, scared to face themselves, scared that somebody's going to find out about them. Here's the thing, what you fear, you draw to you. One remedy for that though, just be yourself. That way nobody can, like, it's like this. If you're doing anything on the backside that you being quiet about it because you're ashamed of what you do, that's a difference than being silent, doing something good, and then coming out with it after it's finished. There's a big difference. Because if somebody finds out the first, they'll be like, damn, this person ain't as strong as I thought that they was. This person doesn't know as much as I thought that they did. This person spoke positive to me, but they're going through more turmoil than me. You know, don't speak on shit you don't know. Okay, just to sound good. Social media fronting, don't do it. Because if you had to experience a fraction of what the person has dealt with, that you probably won't be able to deal with it at all, okay? So stop being quick to pass judgment on somebody because you have a one-track mind. Everything don't work for everybody. Certain types of sneakiness that people do to one person, they do it to that person. You might not be getting sneak attacks like that, you know what I'm saying? So don't speak on what you don't know, or life is going to give you an experience. Which is why when I call somebody on their shit, and you think you're going to gaslight me into believing otherwise, or they'll find a spot in you that you working on yourself and you moving around a little different so that you don't get in the same fucking predicaments over and over and over again. Sometimes people will gaslight you like, oh, you don't believe in yourself? You don't believe in your gifts? Really, I'm doing more than you're doing. I'm not sitting back pulling people to me in secret, trying to make them believe this persona that I'm putting out. I'm sitting up here with a whole ass YouTube, pretty much bearing my soul. This is my confession. What are you doing? If you think that you saying all these things that, when I tell you to do the same thing what I'm doing now, not something I thought about doing, something I was doing because I had a channel before this when I was a Christian. So between that and this, I've been on YouTube for like 3 years, but it's been almost 2 years with this channel. Okay? When I decided to just literally start admitting to people that, yeah, I came out of a religious mindset and everything like that. So I was running around trying to eat up all the knowledge that I could on what's true, find out the things that are not true that I believed, and deprogram from it. A lot of times people are scared and they want to hold on to certain mindset, trying to move forward, but you thinking with a one-track mind, and you pissing off a lot of people that's coming around you that was genuinely trying to impart something to your life because they've been through what you've been through, but you're making excuses. And so you try to downplay it and go, well, everybody goes through things. Tell me a little bit about what you're dealing with on a deeper level. Because sometimes you could share the most fucked up, gruesome stories with people that have happened to you, and they go, oh, wow, I didn't have no idea that curses can run that deep, or that somebody could go to this lengths or that lengths to try to do something to curse somebody merely off of not liking your presence. Not that you did anything and said, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm the best at everything that I do. No, I make fucked up decisions sometimes too, but as I catch myself, I tend to make less and less. Not to say that I'm perfect. No, we all have our faults, but you got to admit them motherfuckers before you can do anything to change it. Sometimes people will play on a part of you that has not yet healed to try to drag you down, and you're trying to manifest, and you're wondering why you can't, because you're speaking ill about other people, whether it be in your thoughts. Now, there's a difference between calling somebody on their shit, and just downright speaking evil of them. Going off on somebody for something that has nothing to do with whatever. If I'm going to go off on something, I'm going to go off on a sheer personality. And I recently had a friend that laughed about the shit when they was telling me that somebody attempted to tell them, why you fuck with her? Why y'all talk? Like, what you, I think she's this. And this person had to cut them off and go like, you know what? If she show you, one, be like, I ain't known her that long, but one thing I do know, if she show you who she is right off the bat, and she don't fuck with you, and you fuck with her, and some shit go down, you provoked it. End of story. It was like, wow. And they still fuck with you anyway. even with all the other eyes watching them fuck with you, and they don't want this person to fuck with you. Oh well. Because somebody that really got your back gonna have your back in private, as well as have your back in front of other people that don't like you. But if they only got your back in private, and then other people be around that don't like you, and they purposefully don't fuck with you because of other people around, then that means I don't even fuck with you, period. Because now these days, if a person comes and asks me, what do you see in me? Why you want to be my friend? I'll tell you. If it's something that I see that you're dealing with that I've successfully like got out of and not dealing with it anymore, then that qualifies me to be able to help you change your mindset on a particular thing. Some people whine about shit that is a fixable situation. Don't sit there and hold on to someone or something that you know is making you feel unfulfilled just until you find something better to latch on that's going to be a for sure deal, so you can jump from one thing to another thing without you having to chill by yourself and really look at yourself, take self-inventory. That's some covert narcissist bullshit. You can't post about fixing your mindset if you won't even fix your mindset. If half the people reading and liking your shit really knew the real you, they wouldn't even fuck with you. But at least I can say whatever I post, I'm literally feeling that shit. Or have felt that shit. So be mindful of who you try to fool. Because eventually somebody's going to come along and pull that goddamn blanket off your head that you tried to cover up your shit. Be careful who you let latch on to you. If the person is pretending to be, I'm good all the time, but then being attached to them, you start finding yourself feeling low in your spirit. You start questioning things about yourself. You start trying, like, doubting shit. Be like, wait a minute, I don't feel like this about myself. Whose fucking energy is this? Especially if you know you done dealt with that. You're like, look, that's not my energy. The fuck? And then you talk to the person and then they reveal to you what they got going on. That's the same energy you was feeling. Because energy don't lie. If you are attached to other people and they're saying, oh man, I know how to think for myself and do this or whatever like that, and then you attach to that person and you start being able to think more freely than they were telling the truth, because the fact that y'all are connected, y'all energies meshed. But if a person is saying that they good, and you mesh with them and then you start feeling downtrodden and stuff like that, think about it. What are you attached to that's making you feel like that? Some people will not let you let them go. Some people will literally, when I say stalk your social media, I mean like they will get on there and look for your name and look for the blue dot on YouTube. They will look for the green dot on Messenger to see, are you avoiding me? And especially when you start noticing that folks, it's like, oh, well, I usually talk to this person and this person usually talks to us. And now they're not. But like, your friends can have other friends other than you. They are allowed to move out of fucked up situation and be happy. Just because you want to sit and wallow and romanticize your twin flame that is literally stringing you along just for you to do things for them and then they're gone. Or moving on, having whole ass motherfucking, like making additions on to their house or their family. But they coming to you though. And you want to sit and wallow in that shit, already coupled with me worrying about my shit. And I was like, damn, I don't want that connection if it ain't gonna work both ways. I used to sit and think, why this person, like when I was still in this strong delusion that, hey, when people take shit out of the Bible and twist it and go, love is patient, kind, doesn't insist on its own way. It's not, it's patience is long suffering, patience is this and that. Folks will take it and be like, oh, well, that means you got to suffer for a long time and hurt for a long time. Or you have to hear what I say. You can't always have your way because the Bible said love does not insist on its own way. You know what? That's where religious mindset and tapping in to the spiritual realm, being connected to that shit, let me break it down. People say love is patient. So that means I'm supposed to sit back and patiently wait for you to keep doing fuck shit. Never try to fix yourself, to return kind. Accept you back when you come, and don't mention anything, whatever. What about that part about believes all things, hopes all things? Nah, bitch, I'm not believing all things. If something is presenting itself to me as a fucked up thing, I'm not going to sit there and believe all things, okay? That's why a lot of people in religious mindsets get duped. They're taught not to question anything, and I know that because when I was religious, we was taught, don't question God. Everything happens for a reason. No, you can. With the ask, seek, knock. Really? Some parts you need to throw away and some parts is just for reference only. Ask God to show you something. Seek to find the knowledge about the shit. Knock. Not literally. Meditate. Saying, show me what I really need to see and not what I want to see. Keep putting it out there. So a lot of times people, they take scriptures and use it as a reason that they should sit and stay in a connection that they know is hurting them and breaking them down so much. Because sometimes certain people will be in a twin flame dynamic, and sometimes it fucks with different people different ways. Some people, if they already have a codependency problem, it's like they search for people to need them because they want their twin to need them. And they looking for that praise and that affection and adoration. They look for other people to give it to them. That's why you got to know that you know what you know about yourself. And if a motherfucker try to gaslight you and be like, oh, you don't know, you don't this, you don't that, okay. Well, you make a YouTube channel. You do other shit that you do in secret out in the open. Or at least tell other people about it. What's your knowledge on it? Are you doing it and you're trying to mimic somebody else without knowing the inner details of it, the inner workings of it. People that act like fucking karmics, and I found this to be true on a live that I was on the other day. It was pretty chill. It was like pretty chill chat. People with karmic energies. Yeah, you might be a twin, but if you like vibrating on some karmic level shit, pretty soon you're gonna demote your own damn self in the spirit, and you're gonna start taking on a karmic energy. Though you had a twin at one point, the fact that you start doing sneaky shit, real sneaky shit, like karmics run around looking for people to save, and if you don't accept them, then they guilt trip, they do whatever like that. I feel like narcissists and karmics, they kind of sort of in the same fucking family, if they not the same thing. Some folks, like I said, you cannot let them go. You can let them go, but in their mind, you still belong to them. Friendship wise, relationship wise, whatever like that. If you have a twin flame and that shit is hurting you more than making you feel better, and I don't mean hurting you like they're talking bad to you, doing this and that. No, because your real twin ain't gonna fucking do that. But at the same time, if they get under too many fucking influences and willfully want to stay in that shit, they slowly lose their goodness. And I don't want to be in something like that. If you think that, you know, the person feels guilty and they're already worried about what people going to say about them coming towards you, or my heart knows what it wants, but, you know, I got to do this because I don't want to upset this person. I don't want to upset that person. Or you scared that your pastor, if you're not the pastor, you scared that your pastor going to come and manipulate the fuck out of you to bring you back into a situation that you already scuffling to get out of. Them type of situations, I don't want to be attached to nobody with that type of mindset. So you might be good in one area, but if a religious leader can manipulate you into not letting them go when everything's already been out in the open, or a person in a spiritual community can try to manipulate and say, oh, you're not divine because this and that. Well, you go ahead and you sit there and you wallow in some shit that you know ain't no good for you. Because some people would rather hurt off camera just to please a bitch, prove a point to a motherfucker that they sitting there fronting and stunting in front of. But you hurting on the backside. Don't do it. Don't do it. So if you mad because I'd rather have a high-level soulmate instead of a twin that just refuses to see things for what they are, and they want to please other people, and they keep going forward with what the fuck they're doing, no. If you come into union with me first without kids, and during our separation, you you want to come back and have kids, because I sat there and played it in my mind, and I was like, you know what? If a man has kids that were before me and we're together, that comes with you. But if we split and you go and have kids with someone else, I'm not obligated to take that. And so you fucked yourself, loving somebody in your heart forever, but your karma is living out fucking an alternate version of myself that wasn't even meant for you. Because a lot of karmics be fucking looking like the real motherfucking divine. Y'all need to stop romanticizing certain shit. If a motherfucker don't want to come, they are not going to come. And I know some men that be like, look, when I decide to do something, I'm going to do it. Fuck what people think. And I need people like that in my ear. Be like, no, when you decide what makes you happy, and you know what makes you happy, you're going to fucking do what makes you happy, regardless of who doesn't want to see you do that. Fuck them. You need some people to come in and just kick the residue out of your soul of giving a fuck what people think. There's a difference between respecting somebody and respecting their opinion because you love them versus like, I'ma only love you if you think what I think. We're not doing that. So with that being said, if you mad, unsub. If you good with this video, thumbs up and share this bitch. Maybe you might not need it. Maybe somebody else might need it. Who knows? And also, since I look through my analytics, I know the trafficking sources of my videos. A lot of y'all been sharing them on YouTube. Awesomeness. And with my channel being 97.7 or 96.7, something like that, female, and a little 3.3% or whatever being males, I know most of y'all watching me can relate. Because this is a mostly female channel from what I see. Thanks for supporting. Share this video.